Bristol's doing and sharing her experience, because you have no idea what it's going to be like when you're a teenager, what it would be like to be a teen mom. And those kinds of personal stories are what can really open your eyes, because you read all the books and you look on the internet and it's all facts about sex and the mechanics of sex, and you think, oh, that's very nice. But until you actually see a person who's talking about their experiences, it doesn't resonate, it doesn't connect. In the magazine this month, we did 3 stories of girls who were pregnant at 3 different stages. And there was a girl who just found out she was pregnant. And the agony that she went through to decide what was she going to do about this child and what about being pregnant. Was she going to put it up for adoption? Was she going to have an abortion? Was she going to raise the child? And she talks about the judgment that she felt being a pregnant, being a teen, a pregnant girl. And then we had a girl who was about to give birth, and she's having tremendous turmoil with her family about whether or not she should put the baby up for adoption. And then we profiled a girl who was probably about as far into having a young daughter as you are. And I don't even know how she did the interview. She was so exhausted. I mean, she was just wrung out. She found out that her boyfriend had cheated on her the whole time that she was pregnant and didn't stay with her. They're trying to figure out where they're going to go. And all of those kinds of stories you can't possibly imagine that that's going to happen to you when you're having a great time with your guy one night. You're just never going to imagine all of that agonizing that you're going to go through, and you don't have to.
How old are you guys here? What grade are you guys in? What grade are you in?
7th or 7? You don't look 7.
7th.
7th. That sounds right.
So 7th grade, any 9th grade? 12th grade?
Seniors.
So we got high school and we've got middle school here, right?
Right.
What are you in? You're in high school? And who's in 7th grade?
It's different.
Let me ask you something. Does 7th grade, does this matter to you right now? Like in terms of, do you think about anybody ever getting pregnant? Is that in your world?
And tell the truth.
Yeah, don't lie.
Yeah. 7th grade.
Have you guys ever heard of anybody close to your age getting pregnant? Really?
Do you guys have bases? Like first base, second base? I remember those.
You like to relive a lot. You relive.
Oh, yes, in my younger days.
And in the high school kids, the high school young adults, do you have kids in the school who have been pregnant?
We have daycare centers in some high schools.
Were the pregnancies desired? How many people do you know, I'll ask you, how many people do you know who got pregnant or that you've heard about because they wanted to? They wanted to start a family right now.
Just kept ballooning? Is that what you just said? Kept getting bigger. I mean, I get what you mean.
What?
No names. It was a girl in your gym class.
Yeah.
She
was stealing the
She's a junior.
basketballs.
Just getting bigger.
Yeah.
And was it because she wanted to have a baby? Do you know her? You don't know.
I don't know. She
Now,
was just in my
what's
gym class.
What's the reaction to the other kids when they find out that one of you is pregnant? Is it
Oh,
fear?
well, she
Is
just
it
gets like
cool?
weird looks in the hallway.
She gets looks?
Yeah, because she's like really into her pregnancy.
And everyone says, "Oh, did you hear about her? She's pregnant."
Not really.
No,
No,
really, just if you see her.
It's just like, did you see the girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. I would think it was weird if I was
Yeah.
walking down the hallway and there was a peer of mine.
Explain
Pregnant.
why don't people say anything? What's going on?
Nobody ever like told me, like not even someone whispered to me in class. Like I just had to, it never really comes up. Even though people would you think like in high school people would gossip about that kind of stuff. Even though I never found out until I had to like actually take a look at her.
What's your idea as to why people weren't talking about it?
I mean, I guess people. First of all, I don't think they wanted to put her in that situation because like we don't I want to be like mean. Yeah. And also, I don't even know. Like I guess they feel bad and stuff like that.
Do you look at her and say, "Thank goodness that's not me"?
I think
So surprising.
I think the reason why it's not talked about much a lot, when you see it in schools, because a lot of kids are desensitized to it now. It happens so much. It's just, oh yeah, another one. Oh yeah, she's pregnant too. A lot, like when I was in high school, we had a daycare at the high school. I don't know if they have them still, but we had a daycare, so it was like,
A
wow.
daycare?
Yeah, there was a daycare at our high school.
For the kids or for the
For the
teachers?
kids.
The kids.
And
I was in one Brooklyn high school recently, and there were 25 babies of the high school students in the daycare downstairs.
I think it's just more common now.
Yeah, that's why it's not talked about.
Yeah.
It's more, you just see it, oh, okay, yeah.
It's
okay,
accepted,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, it used to be that when a young woman was pregnant, certainly in middle school or in high school, she was asked to go to a separate school, sort of, that people wouldn't get any ideas. It was considered really a bad thing to do. We need to separate her, maybe give her special education. Of course, a lot of people said, well, wait a second. What we really want to do is keep her in school, because she needs to graduate and go on. And so the idea was, well, let's put daycare centers in schools. Now, what's really interesting is I was in a high school a couple of years ago in D.C., and they had a daycare